Welcome. You are here with your host, Mr. BudgetPedalChap. You are also here with Lee Pedabadadoo. Say hi, Lee.
Lee or Fred Flintstone?
Yabba dabba doo time. I can't legally say that because it's copywritten. How are you, my man? You all good?
I've been better, but yeah, I'm good now. Things are getting better.
Indeed.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a rough week, hasn't it?
Mate, it has, yeah. But it is what it is. But people aren't here to listen to my worries. They're here to I don't know, why the hell are you people here?
I mean, it's under the guise of guitar news. However, spoilers, not a fat fucking lot has been going on this week. So we will try and wring out as much news as we possibly can out of this week. But if it is a little bit light on the ground, just give us a bit of leeway there, please.
Yeah. Hi, Andrew, who has already tuned in.
Mr. Bimson.
Nice to see you, mate.
It's Mr. Bimson. Hey, Mr. Bimson, who happens to be. Go on. He's one of our Patreons.
Oh, I bet that clipped.
Yeah, it bloody well did, mate. I'd hate to be the guy who has to edit this after the live show.
Do you know what? You've got your autofocus stuff on your camera, so it keeps coming up with this little like right angle line around your face.
Yeah. I mean, I can see it. Yeah, it's a little yellow square. I imagine it's having quite a difficult time now as well because I've got this in front of my face. So I do apologise. What I'll probably do for future casts is press the record button on this so that it's not pulling up stupid overlays. I did not do that this week, and it's probably too late to start. So, we are where we are.
I'm just going to start sharing this up and around. Hi, Anthony Flisher, who is the guy who owns Folkestone Guitar Shop. It's a lovely little guitar shop. If you live down in Kent, you should visit it. It's really cool. If you're open now.
I happen to be following him on Facebook, and I don't live near Kent, but I still want to do a visit.
Well, if you visit him, do not even think about not visiting me because I live about 10 minutes away.
Oh, fair play. There we go. So that'll be future plans. That will. I was planning on doing a trip down south this year with Mr. Yeomans, where we'd hit the guitar shops. But I don't think that's going to happen somehow this year. Something tells me.
So I'm just currently sharing up the live stream in a few groups. If you guys watching would be so kind as to do the same, just to share the love, get more people watching, that would be absolutely lovely. Is that your face now? Said Mr. Tate.
What? Which one? Me or? Well, I suppose. Yeah, my face is a yellow square. We've got Bimson rebuilding his board because he hasn't for a few weeks. He's only down to 17 pedals now.
I am going to adjust your camera because you have slipped a little bit down in your seat. So you look really short.
Oh, no.
There we go.
Oh, no. Mr. Flisher.
Yeah?
We have decided to close now completely.
Oh, man.
That sucks, man. I can understand it because it's a tough time. Really is a tough time. But that is some sad news. Stuart has lightened the mood a little bit by saying he'll visit Folkestone Guitar Shop, but not Lee. Oh man. What about Mr. Yeomans as well of Chev Tone Effects? He's visiting us. He's also one of our patronisers. And breaking news, I think 2 days ago, it might have even been yesterday, his website went live.
Oh, did it?
It did, yeah. I think it's chevtone.com. pop it in the comments below, Mr. Yeomans. I think it's Chef Tone. In fact, actually, I've got it open in a tab because I may have been helping him out with this a little bit. Yeah, chevtone.com. So if you did want to buy a Chef Tone guitar pedal, which I can attest they are pretty nice.
Good evening, Mr. Nathan Tipton.
Oh, Nathan. Howdy.
Just want to say hello as we were saying hello to people.
Indeed. Right, do you want to get on with the show rather than just saying hello to people? Because, I mean, as lovely as that is, it will suck as a podcast later on.
Yes, we certainly can. So, listen, guys, there's lots to cover today, but the first little bit of for a portion of the beginning, we want to just talk a little bit about the passing of a true artist that's affected us all. Personally, me in a big way. And what about yourself, Mr. BudgetPedalChap? Has Mr. Peter Green had any sort of effect on you?
Oh yeah, like massively. In terms of like musical output, I'd already formed a lot of my musical style by the time I got into the early Fleetwood Mac. But in terms of like guitar tone, there's so many of my guitars that have got phase switches on them, and that literally is down to both Peter Green and Brian May. So there you go.
I can understand that. My Les Paul, which I've got here, I've done it so when it goes into the middle position, I don't have to pop it into an out phase thing by popping this. Just as without it coil tapped, it is already out of phase. So all I have to do is put it into the middle position, and then I get that Peter Green sound because I love it so much. It's just a lovely tone.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. It's such a world apart from like the normal humbucker tone because with the out of phase thing, it kind of scoops out a lot of that mid range, so it almost has the frequency range of like a Strat single coil, where you've like scoop all of that mid range out, and you've got a load of kind of brightness at the top end. In fact, it shelves off quite a lot of the bass as well, which is for me quite nice because humbuckers are usually difficult to get working around my tone because I usually set everything up for single coils.
Yeah, I can hear that. It's there's a lot of really great guitarists out there that do use strats to great effect. You just got to look at Eric Clapton, for instance. It's a obvious one, and Hendrix, of course. But I love humbuckers. But getting back into Peter Green, it's not just his guitar. It was the songwriting and so very, very much. The song that really didn't just make me fall in love with guitars, it made me fall in love with music. I remember we were in my dad's car, we were driving home from the beach one day. I was probably about 7 years old, maybe younger than that. And he was playing a new tape that he had because my dad was born in 1942, so he loved all the 60s music. And then came Albatross, and I was just like, what is this?
Albert who?
Albatross. But yeah, it was. I was just absolutely blown away, and I was like, Dad, can we play that again? I remember he had one of these fancy tape players where you could actually go back and skip a song back, and it'd be like, and I think it just listened for the gaps or whatever, and just went back or whatever. But he put it on a couple of times for us. I was just like, this is just unbelievable. And I didn't even understand at that point that this was a guitar. I was just like, this song is just amazing.
Yeah, it's ultimate chill, isn't it? The Albatross.
Yes, Marks and Spencer's, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's got its reputation as being the Marks and Sparks show, but There was quite a few as well. There was that Santana tune as well that followed it.
Black Magic Woman.
No. Like for the Marks and Spencers adverts.
Oh.
The do 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 do. I can't remember the tune's name. It's something.
I was just gonna let you carry on.
Something Latin American. Anyway, you know the one. Right in on a postcode. So apparently, Anthony Flisher, the website will still exist, but only selling parts and also manufacturing them too. So I mean, that's good.
Cool. And let's have a chat. See what we can do. See if we can do a bit of promotion on Pedalboard Today for you, and see if we can help you out a little bit, mate. All right. See if we can sort some stuff out.
Stuart, love you, man. He left a message saying Peter touched him.
Oh man, I deleted that because I didn't want us to say that. I've removed that comment already. The amount of administration I have to do around Stuart is just unreal.
We can only assume that he means emotionally and not in the kind of 70s entertainer kind of sense, a la Jimmy Savile, and
which Peter Green was a 70s entertainer.
Exactly.
We shouldn't talk like that. It's very fresh.
Far too soon. Oh, Stuart, damn you. So yeah,
I mean, bad man.
Bringing it back onto the actual kind of sensible, insensitive note of Peter Green. Yeah, I mean, there's so many wicked tunes. Like when someone asks you, "Oh, what's your favourite Fleetwood Mac tune?" My mind always goes back to the Peter Green era, because as good as some of the earlier kind of Buckingham Nicks Fleetwood Mac is, it's just Peter Green is just that next level, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no, you can't deny at all. Sorry, I'm just removing another one of Stuart's comments. Oh no, there's no denying at all that Rumours is one of the best albums just out in the world. I love The Chain, and it's just if you grew up in the 90s or anywhere where there was Formula One on.
Oh yeah. That's where I know it from. Formula One 90s is like Nigel Mansell and Alan Prost, Ayrton Senna, and all those chaps. And you just had like The Chain.
It was almost boring back at that point because it was always Nigel Mansell always winning, wasn't it? And then it was Schumacher just always winning. But you had that. But when you kind of grow up and then you realise that there was like two very vastly different versions of this band.
Yeah.
Really, all they shared was a drummer and a name.
Yeah, and that's it, yeah.
And you think, this Rumours album's really, really, really good. And then you realise that what it was with Peter Green was so much more. Like Man of the World is just an absolutely unbelievable song.
There was there was a concert with Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac. It was touted as such. That was on one of these like Sky Arts or something that me and Yeomans used to watch when we'd get home. Like in my uni days, I'd go back to his, and we'd watch like music documentaries and stuff. And we watched that one of the nights, like this Peter Green Fleetwood Mac, where a lot of the performance was not Peter Green. He was on the stage, but it was this other chap, and basically a band who were not Fleetwood Mac playing Fleetwood Mac tunes.
Oh, that's sad. It's sad.
Yeah, I mean, because like by that
I don't know if he still played.
Yeah, I mean, I assume that was the deal for quite a while. But the kind of I think it was the penultimate song was Man of the World, and for that, it was an instrumental version, and Peter Green was just playing the vocal line, rather than playing all the rest of the band stuff, and it was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah,
that's the one.
Can you hear the ice cream van behind me as an accompaniment?
There you go. You get it's Lee's new band, Lee and the 99s. But yeah, we've got so that was a really, really cool thing. Like the fact that, like, in his later years, like, because Peter Green fully, like, wiped himself from the face of the planet for the longest time, and
the guys from ABBA kind of thing. You know, it was I don't want anything to do with anyone anymore. You know,
well, so as far as I am aware, in Germany, Peter Green took some pretty bad acid, and it really, really messed with his head. And from that point onwards, he like became recluse because it had damaged him so severely.
I've heard similar sort of things about Clapton as well, but I don't know if that's accurate. It's just what I've heard around.
Clapton, there was a documentary about Clapton on the BBC about 2 years ago, and Clapton went through. He's been addicted to everything pretty much. Our Clapton has.
Our Clapton. You say it as if it's a nice thing, you know. Oh, Clapton's been addicted to everything. Yeah.
To be fair, like from the documentary, you can understand why. Like he had some troubles with substances. His formative years, his growing up, was really, really messed up. I'm not going to go into it too much because that documentary is still going to be out there. You can read about it. You can find out.
We're talking about Peter Green today, can't we? I'd like to say hi to Hank over on YouTube, watching us over there. You can catch us on YouTube. You can catch us on various different pages, groups on Facebook as well. And you can catch us with a butterfly net if we're flying around.
Yeah, so Stuart's. I mean, he's persevering with the comments that we can't say.
I know, but it's like a battle. He's like just trying to distract me now.
So he's backed up my theory about, like, he went off with some hippies in Germany to take a load of LSD, and that was the end of him and the band. So I was pretty sure that was how it works. And he's also mentioned Green Banalishi, which is an absolute banging tune. It's almost kind of proggy.
Yeah, it's. Do you know one of the songs that I always play after whenever I pick up a guitar for the first time, it's always like a G chord, just to like hear those strings run out, and then it's. Part one. Yeah, every single time, and because it's just it's so easy to play, and it just comes off of your fingers so easily. It's just really, really nice, and it's a really effective but easy thing to play.
Yeah, it's an absolutely wicked tune. In fact, mentioning our Nathan, who's in the comments, he did a cover of that on his YouTube channel about 2 weeks ago, which was wicked.
Oh, nice one.
He did like 2 guitar parts and a bass track as well, which was really cool. He's put comment in actually about Peter Green, because I know Nathan's a massive Mac fan, but he loves Peter Green. He says Peter Green was his guitar teacher's favourite player, and still remember him teaching Nathan and Green Manalishi. He says he was an unbelievable guitar player who made the guitar sing, scream, and cry, and everything in between. Sadly, we lost so many years of his musical output due to the combination of drugs and schizophrenia. And the comment that BB King made about Peter Green as well, like BB King, like one of the most soulful players out there, says that Peter Green, like when you heard Peter Green play, he's one of the only players who gave him them cold sweats. Like, man,
Yeah, Andrew Bimson said, "Man of the World makes me cry every time," and it's right. You know, the feeling in those songs. You know, the opening words are "Let me tell you about my life," and you're kind of like, "Hang on a minute, this isn't how like a rock song or whatever tends to start, especially from that sort of time."
Yeah, there was a lot of
draws you in, doesn't it? The dynamics.
Yeah.
Oh my
Completely.
god! On everything he plays, you know, he was one of these first good players I heard where, you know, he'll go from really screaming fast, not fast, but, you know, really screaming guitar. He didn't always just play the blues as well. He did play like the minor scale and whatnot in between as well. And then he'll just play a note that you can barely hear. And then a couple more,
whisper,
and
whisper
you lean in, you know.
Yeah, and it gives you that sense of you're leaning in to try and get all of those notes, and it brings your attention back into the song. I mean, we mentioned "Oh Well," and that is a masterclass of dynamics. Big, massive, like chunky riff, and then breaks down to just a vocal in a rock song as well. And then like you get towards "Oh Well" Part 2 as well, and it's almost like a minor version of Albatross, where it's like really calm and sedate, and really explores that kind of minor tonality.
I've heard a few times that whenever he saw his guitar, whenever he saw Greenie, you know, when Gary Moore and that had it, he would say, "That's not my guitar. That isn't my guitar." And it kind of just makes you wonder if it wasn't. You know, if someone just managed to do a really good con job on these like people like Kirk Hammett and whatever. But,
Kirk Hammett. Like he posted up a tribute to Gary Moore. Sorry, to Peter Green with the Greenie Moore Les Paul, but it was on like the side of like a balcony next to the sea. You're like, the fuck are you doing?
I wondered what Stu just put. Anyway, Hammett needs to get that guitar away from the water. I've not seen this post. You know, I quite like Hammett. I know he gets a lot of hate. I love Metallica. Big fan of them. And you know, I don't think Hammett's as much of a moron as people make out. I think he knows what he's doing. He knows what that guitar's worth, and he knows what it's not just worth in value in terms of money, what it's worth in value in terms of to the.
It's history. That guitar
fans.
that guitar is the history of like blues and rock. That is, it's experienced so many like recordings and live shows that thing is it's inherently tied with rock and roll history.
Yeah. Just think how influential Gary Moore was. You know, I was devastated when Gary Moore died. Absolutely devastated, because that guy was just he was in one of the arguably best rock bands / early metal bands ever. Obviously, Thin Lizzy, who we both really love.
Absolutely, them, yeah.
And then and then it's just done the rounds, isn't it? Loads of people have had this guitar. It's a bit like chlamydia, isn't it?
Not quite sure that's how I'd put it.
Crabs? Yeah, back in the 70s it probably was.
Oh dear, yeah, from the same couple of groupies who were doing the rounds.
God, yeah.
But different times. But yeah, it has. I mean, it's been in so many different hands, hasn't it? And it's been used for Metallica and Fleetwood Mac and for Gary Moore. I don't think he had it in Thin Lizzy. But
no, but the guy. I don't know actually. I don't know when it changed hands. I don't know if it appeared on any of the things, because they were famous for using Les Pauls in Thin Lizzy, weren't they? So I don't know
that they were. Yep. Yeah. From all of the promo stuff that I've seen with like from the Gary Moore era, because he only ever did 1.5 albums, I think. He did he did the entire Black Rose album, which is, I mean, it's got Gary Moore all over that. But I think he features on some of the tracks in Bad Reputation as well. But on the cover of Bad Reputation is the three of them. It's Gorham. Oh, it's the four, isn't it? Gorham, Robertson, Linnett, and the drummer. The drummer. What's his name? What is his name? I can't remember. I've had very little sleep, so I do. No, he weren't part of that album. He was part of Nightlife. Sorry, because it's Still in Love with You. He's on that one.
Are you having a moment?
I am. I'm having a bit of a Lizzie moment. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Hold my head up high. Right. So let's round this up. We want to say that Peter Green has been a massive influence on pretty much everyone, even if we haven't even heard him. In the industry. Chances are, if you didn't know who he is, you know his songs. Yeah, well, if you're not, even if you're not directly influenced by his stuff, the people who you're influenced by will definitely have been at some point. Like we say, I mean, Kirk Hammett's citing him as an influence, and like that's completely unexpected. Do you know who he cited as an influence?
Who, Green?
Yeah, he cited Hank Marvin as an influence, and I suppose back then you would have, wouldn't you? Because he was he started his career at the age of 15, back in 1960 or something along those lines, 1963 or something along those lines.
Be earlier than that, wouldn't it?
Huh?
The Shadows would be earlier than that. I would have thought they were in the 50s.
Yeah, but he would have grown up listening to them.
Oh, you're talking about Green? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, yeah. And Hank Marvin, he's recently, or I say recently, like last couple of decades, has risen to fame as a bit of rhyming slang for starving. So, I mean, he'll forever live on there, won't he?
Starving Marvin, yeah. Oh dear.
There was an advert, weren't there, for it was like Dairy Lee or like Cheese String or something like that. And a kid was walking back home from school dressed as Hank Marvin.
You've got to remember our demographic and the fact that so many of our listeners are in the US. They're not going to have a clue what you're talking about. We'll be lucky if they even know who Hank Marvin is.
That's it,
yeah. Hank Marvin of the Shadows, obviously, for everyone knows that. I don't even know why I need to say it.
Slicked hair, bottle top glasses. Yeah. Patchy shadow, yeah. I fear to even mention Cliff Richard here because we've got Stuart in the the comments and he's going on about all kinds of things. He's gonna comment on that, isn't he?
My mum was a massive, not a massive Cliff Richards fans, but she was one of the bands that one of the singers, I should say, that she really liked. So we kind of grew up thinking that not Yellow Submarine is cool. That Summer Holiday was cool, and it was like,
yeah, it was the absolute
really
bollocks.
Not.
I tell you what, though, that tune he did in the 70s, Devil Woman, that's an absolute banger. Love that.
Black Magic Woman's better.
Oh yeah, Black Magic. But then, like, the Santana version's quite good as well. So
yeah, they're kind of like, it's just like different drumming, isn't it? It's almost the same song, just different drums.
Well, the Santana version's got like a whole massive keyboard intro as well.
As true.
I'll tell you what we haven't mentioned, and it would be sacrilege not to mention it, is Need Your Love So Bad.
Of course.
Need Your Love So Bad.
I used to play that in a band.
An absolute tune.
Basically did the intro and then just soloed over the rest of it. It is one of those songs that you just the bass and the drums so important on that, and that's the rhythm. You don't really need to do much on the guitar, but the little bits that Peter Green would have added in were just
tasty a little bit like a little sauce on top of the meal. But the strings in the original, like in the studio recording, make it as well. They add so much drama to the piece. Whoa.
Sure, I can't think of it. But yeah, that's yes. Rest in peace, man.
Indeed,
Hopefully
indeed.
he does find
I
some
raised
rest.
my pug related mug. Here we go. I raised that to Peter Green and drink. Steady on, Lee. Steady on. My God, some people can't hold the drink, eh?
Shit.
Right, whilst Lee's dying here, I'll give us a bit of what we've been up to this week, because we've kind of pontificated a little bit here, haven't we? Well, before I do that,
myself.
Yeah, do that. I'm going to throw in the Patreons as well. You lovely people, a couple of you are in the chat at the moment. We've mentioned Mr. Andrew Bimson. We've mentioned Mr. Yeomans of Chef Tone Effects. We've got Doug Christ of 37 Effects. We've got Joseph Richardson of Not Everything Joseph anymore. But I'll get his Instagram handle down and I'll mention that. We've got Huge Erection. It's good at this age. And we've got Mr. Fletch, Ben Fletcher of Fletcher Pickups. They are all part of the Patreon team. If you want to be part of that team too, it's as little as $2 a month. Patreon.com/FretTalk, and you can help us out. Right, Mr. Lee.
Yo.
What you been up to this week, mate?
Choking and drink water.
Yeah.
What have I been up to? Not much. I've been really busy, but just mainly with work, and I've been nothing really I can talk about too much. I did tidy my studio up though. I've decided to put a few things up for sale. An old interface that I found that is for Mac, so I don't need that anymore. I'm thinking about selling my guitar, my acoustic guitar, my Ovation. I've had quite a lot of feedback on that, and I'm thinking about selling that to. Thinking about selling that to fund a set of Where's It Airs, because I really want them indoors, so I can jam away indoors and play, but without necessarily annoying the family.
Yeah.
What else?
I'll tell you what, actually, mentioning the Where's It Airs, the HX Stomp that I bought, it's got to be about 4 or 5 months back now. That has done absolute wonders for me actually getting off my arse and practicing. As I mentioned a bit earlier, I haven't slept very well. And what I decided to do last night when I'd finished watching Wolf of Wall Street that was on telly, it was like 12:30 or something. I was like, oh, I'm not tired. Went in the room, actually in this room, picked up a guitar, started playing, started jamming along some tunes, started jamming along with John Mayer, which I absolutely could not have done before the stomp. It's just so easy. I just flick a switch, stamp on a couple of pedals, off I go. Yeah,
and that's it. For me, it's a case of it's a if I had the space for it indoors, because obviously I've got my studio, and if I want to come play, I'll play in here. But if I had the space for it indoors, I would have probably HX Stomp, because it does so much more and just stick some headphones into it. But all I can really have indoors is a guitar, and because our house is tiny, like really, really tiny, it's about 3.5 meters wide. You know, it's very, very, very small. It's over a few floors, but it's very, very narrow. And there's 4 of us living there. So, you know, me and wife and the 2 kids. So it's just...
Yeah, space is a premium.
Exactly. So a set of headphones that does all of that, it's just ideal.
Yeah.
And the fact that you can do all the extra things, such as you can offset the sound of the amp, the sound of the... you know, what you're listening to on Spotify or whatever, and you can move it around. That's all nice extras, But for me, the fact that if it just had the amp built in, it didn't do any of that extra stuff, and you could play music with the amp.
Yeah,
It'd
still be set a sale for you there.
Yeah, definitely. And like with the wireless as well, it's just makes sense. It's very, very sensible thing. I know people say it is a bit expensive, but do you know what?
Oh yeah, no doubt they are, but
I don't think they are. I don't think you can buy an amp, a practice amp, and a wireless kit at that quality, and a set of headphones for that much money. If you were to go and buy stuff that does all of what that does, you would spend a lot more money. You'd be spending upwards of £800 to £1,000.
No, right? So
yeah, you would. Amplifier.
Quickly tie it up, like, because the Waza Air is pretty much like a Katana built into some headphones. You've got a lot of the sense. So what's a Katana cost these days?
I'm gonna have a look. Which Katana? Should we say the Katana?
Just the smallest one, because we're using headphones anyway.
How big is it?
It's like a 112.
Katana. So 1/12.
Katana 50, isn't it? Because you got the 50 and the 100.
Did they do a smaller than the 50?
Don't think they do, no.
Okay, so let's go for the 50. So that's
Go on.
250 from Gear for Music, from Peach, £220.
There you go, 220. Okay, set of headphones.
Okay.
I've got a set of headphones here for like 25 quid, and they're lovely headphones.
Get it to the same quality though, because they are decent headphones on there.
Okay,
and they're wireless as well, so they're wireless headphones.
Okay, I don't know what a set of wireless headphones are gonna cost you.
Okay, so let's have a look. Wireless headphones. Cheapest pair I can see, and they're going to be crap, are 30 quid. But if you wanted a set around the same quality wireless headphones, I reckon you're going to be looking probably about 100 quid. That's fair.
Okay, let's meet somewhere in the middle and make the maths a bit easier. Let's say 80 quid. So that's now brought us up to 300.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Okay.
a wireless on top of that. What's a wireless costing you?
Let's have a look at how much the Boss wireless kit is, because that's what it is.
Yeah. They're about 150, aren't they? Were they more than that?
Yeah, 150 for the WL20s.
There you go.
That takes us up to
That's what,
450. 450, and what else does it do?
So that's about the price of the headphones, isn't it?
Isn't there something else we've missed?
I don't know, darling.
I think there is, but I can't think of what it is.
So that won't have the ability to like set up a Spotify playlist and just start playing. But I assume you've got like an aux in maybe that you can like run your phone. I don't know, but like in terms of like comparable, you're talking generally a similar price, but that takes up the space of an amplifier, the space of a wireless kit, space of a set of headphones.
Yeah, that's true.
Whereas it's all built in.
How much was the Line 6?
The Line 6
Stomp.
What? That was 420.
So that's so that is the amp and that's the effects. Like, let's be fair though, it does a lot more than a Katana does.
Oh yeah.
But the Katana does have effects. You can put different effects on it. Obviously, they're boss style effects, whereas the Katana has a lot more. The HX Stomp has a lot more effects, a lot more ramps, a lot more cab options, and these sort of things. So you're getting a lot more there. But that's 450.
It doesn't
plus
have that
headphones.
gyroscopic
Yeah.
space simulator. But speaking of boss effects, that was a really good segue. Speaking of boss effects, this week on the No Talk or Tone series over at the BudgetPedalChap YouTube channel, this is what we talked about. So this, I think you might all know what this is. If not,
DS1.
it is exactly that. If not, you will have owned one at one point. Right, so this is a Taiwan made one. So like really, really not all that impressive. It's just like your bog stand. I think Lee's gone off for a little look. He's having
just having a look to see where it was made. It's a Taiwan. What's your serial number?
Serial number? What, this D4F4416? That
one's very different. It's Z0E 1958. Oh, mine was made in 1958.
Made in. So anyone who knows anything about Boss Pedals, you might be able to tell me that mine's an absolute hidden gem. But I had a chap on my Instagram when I posted it up. He says, "Oh, I've got a Japanese like one from the 70s silver screw. Do you wanna borrow that and kind of AB them?" I might be getting to see what the old ones are like. And
have you got an SD one?
Yes, I did that last week actually. Give me a second.
Oh man, because I've got a Japanese SD one.
Well, now we're swinging our boss penises here, mate.
No, I was just suggesting you could maybe AB them as well.
Yeah, that's a Taiwanese SD one as well. I do apologise about all of the hair on the bottom of this one. This one is furnished with Velcro. That one I have not. So what I might do if I've got the Japanese one, because the HX Stomp has also got, it's modelled a silver screw 70s SD one. I'll AB all three of them and see which one's the best. But like, I've had a love-hate relationship with this pedal. I've not necessarily gotten on with it at certain points when I've tried it. The last time I tried it kind of changed my mind a little bit. I did it for No Talk or Tone this week, just for essentially because I'm on a little bit of a boss kick. I did the SD one the week before. This was actually pretty damn good. Especially like sticking the gain about like a third on like that.
What about 2 o'clock? Yep.
Yeah, so for that, it's like really good for like crunchy blues riffs. It's got like a really kind of really sharp attack, and it's really good for that kind of like neck pickup strap riffing. Loving that, absolutely loving it.
Stick it into a Marshall. They sound wonderful. In fact, do you know what? We've been talking about this this week with Mr. Tate. Here he is. He's like our ghostwriter, isn't he? But he's picking up a DSL 50, DSL 200, 2000, same as mine, but the 50 watt version.
Yeah, the JCM 2000. You mean the
the
DSL?
Yeah, JCM 2000, but the DSL, not the TSL. And
supposed to be better at night the DSL rather than the TSL.
Personally, I think it's a bit of a horses for courses. It's
I was told in terms of reliability, like if you get a good TSL, they're all right. But I had a friend who had a TSL and had to take it back to Marshall twice because it had just burnt out certain components.
There's a trick you can do with a TSL though. There's some sort of trick you can do with the effects loop. I think it might have two. I'm not 100% sure, but effectively, I think if you jumper the effects loop, because it's switchable by a foot switch, if you kick it in, it gives you a nice boost.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Has it got like a boosted effects loop then?
I suppose it probably does. I suppose it's probably got
a buffered or something.
My good friend Alex used to have one. We used to gig in a band together, and I had the DSL, he had the TSL, and he would kick that in, and so I was like, oh man, that sounds really good. So yeah, great amps, really, really underrated, and you can pick them up really, really cheap. And Stu and I were saying this week that, it's very likely that they're going to shoot up in price again when people start realising that they're a hidden gem.
They're decent. They used to say like 5-10 years ago that they were the last of the good Marshalls, but I think in like recent years with the Origin series and the Studio as well,
the smaller sized JCM 800s and stuff.
Yeah, they've started kind of looking at what the public want, and they've kind of gone back to that a bit.
I quite like the JVMs. They're towards the sort of like 5150 metal kind of amps, but I really fancy them. The thing that the JCM's got going for it though is the clean channel is beautiful, absolutely wonderful, really is. So yeah.
And to be fair, like a Marshall clean channel is underrated. It's very underrated. It's got a completely different kind of EQ curve than what you'd expect a good clean channel to have. Like, you think of Fender for your clean stuff, which is like a very, very kind of scoop sound. And the Marshalls are the opposite of that. They've got plenty of mid range, but they still sound fantastic.
It's like a difference between listening to a classical acoustic to listen to a steel strung acoustic. Both sound really nice, but there's a lot more in the upper mids. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But going back to the DS1, we were saying about how nice it is to chuck a DS1 in through a Marshall. It's a wonderful sound.
I mean, you're definitely showing that you've not watched that video, Lee, because at the end of it, I'll shove it through a Marshall. It's a Marshall style preamp. I don't actually use a Marshall because I don't have one.
Do you know what we forgot to mention? And it's worth going back to it just quickly. Is we were talking about the Weather Air, and then we were comparing it to the HX Stomp.
Yeah.
We should say that the Cab M from 2 Notes now has the Cab M Plus software, so it's just a software update where you have preamps and cabs and preamps and power amps options. You can do by your phone as well, plus reverb on it, and does it have a compressor? Yeah, I think it does, and it has an EQ on it, and a noise gate. And that is a great option because you can use that in the studio. You can use that to get your cabs and whatnot in the studio, but you can also use it as a home playing tool, and that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm perfectly honest, if the Cab M Plus would have been available when I was buying the Stomp, I probably wouldn't have bought the Stomp.
Yeah, I think we said about this before, didn't we?
I mean, I bought the Stomp, but it's not like I'm regretting the purchase now. I'm really happy with it, and it's got a lot that the Cab M Plus doesn't. But I think the way that I use the Stomp, I use it in a very, very basic way. So I'm using it as a cab sim. I'm using it as a silent recording option, so that I can run pedals into it and do demos.
And the Cab M works perfectly for that. That's what it's basically what it's there for.
Yeah, exactly. And I probably would have got everything that I needed out of that. And the cab sims in like the wall of sound cab sims that I used previously to the HX Stomp, I think I could get them. I could tune them in to make a better sound than I have got with the HX Stomp.
For our listeners, I want to be 100% clear. If you're going to run a valve amp into a Cab M, you do need an attenuator. So you do need something like the capture. So there's one up, but you can't see it because it's cropped. But there's one up behind me. It's a Captor 8, which is the 8 ohms one. Then you've got a Captor 16, which is obviously the 16 ohms ones. And now you've got Captor X, which has it has all the stuff from the Cab M inside, as well as the attenuator, and that's why they're really, really popular, because they're facing off things such as the Weather tube amp expander and the universal, the aux box.
Yeah, completely. And again, if I would have had the opportunity to pick up a Captor X at the same time, because the price isn't that much different between that and the Stomp. Again, I probably would have gone with the Captor X, just because that would then give me the option of running, actually attenuating my Black Star amp, or like modding one of the PVs and running that
Do you know what? That's one of the other reasons I really want to get the Wazza Airs, is because I want to get the Cab M back in here so I can start using it.
Ooh, we've got a little question here. Hey, out of interest, which of the mainstay boss overdrive / distortions are our favourite?
Oh, you know, if you'd asked me that question a couple of weeks ago, my answer would have been different.
Go
on. Up until recently, I would have probably said, controversially, the Metal Zone, because I don't use it like to get those metal tones. I use it to get rock tones, but just with a little bit more balls to it. The other day we were doing a live stream on Tonepedia, and one of the pedals we had that we were playing with was the Blues Driver. Oh my god. Oh, it sounded amazing. Didn't matter what we did with it, it just sounded absolutely unbelievable. And I don't have a Blues Driver, and I'm like, why not? So I went over to my OD200 and I dialed in a Blues Driver tone, and I was like, well, this sounds really, really good. So I'm going to try and pick up an early Blues Driver at some point. But yeah, that's very excited to get one.
So in terms of like Blues Drivers, I've got a fair few pedals that do that. Like the Digitech Screaming Blues is essentially a Blues Driver, but with a 2-band EQ. I've got the Hotone Blues, which is a Blues Driver with a Keeley modded Blues Driver. Like it's got the mod switch, so it adds more bass and more gain. Those I really love. When I played, because I owned a Boss Blues, just another like a Taiwanese one. I owned a Boss Blues Driver for a little while, and really didn't get along with it. I thought the noise floor on it was ridiculous, and the tone stack was just too sensitive. It was either like too brittle at one end, or it was like mushy far too early, and there was a very small kind of window of like dialing in. However, I thought exactly the same for the DS1, and that's almost knocking the SD one off the top spot for me. If I'm kind of in between two, and I did a video about this on the Pedal Boards of Doom channel about the OD3 versus the SD one, and I think the OD3 has just pipped it.
So I think it changes as you grow as a player, doesn't it? Like you kind of learn more about yourself and your own playing, and you learn more about pedals and how to use them. If we were going for just overdrive, like a lighter style overdrive as opposed to what we would generally refer to as a distortion, then I'd go for a clon style, because I really like where the clons push. But out of Boss pedals, it'd definitely be the BD2. What about yourself? What would you choose?
Like I said, OD3, I think, but mine's a modded one. I got Simon from JSA to mod it. It was really good before, because it kind of sits between the SD1 and the BD2. So it's like a little bit more toppy, but it's got a bit of the thick mid-range as well. But now it's modded by not modded by JSA. It's just better. We've got another question from the chat, actually.
Yep.
Right, Bimson is saying, if you were putting Univibe Chorus and Phaser before your gain, which order would you go?
Dole Office.
So, I'd not put all of those before my gain. I'd put the Univibe before my gain. It depends what gain. I might put the Phaser before my gain. I definitely wouldn't put Chorus before my gain.
I would probably say, Andrew, if you just put your address in there, we'll send the doctors round in a minute and see what they can do for you. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Why? What are you up to? What is the purpose of this? Give us more information. Although we are almost up at time, but yeah.
So, like, if you put in modulation before gain, it becomes a lot less pronounced. And I'm thinking he's saying that he wants those modulations, but the less pronounced version. He wants the gain to do the tonal shaping rather than the modulation. And I'd absolutely hands down say, yeah, phaser sounds really good before. Phaser sounds good before or after. Univibe definitely before.
He has another chorus after, so that doesn't does this make you less crazy? Okay. Let's look at the order of the chorus, the Univibe, and the phaser, because that makes sense. I'd say chorus first, then phaser and Univibe are so similar. I'd probably go doesn't matter. Actually, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, like in terms of them, like I don't think I'd ever switch them on at the same time, so it doesn't really matter which one's first.
Chorus into phaser though. Chorus into phaser. But actually, do you know what? If you put the phaser into the chorus, it will chorus differently depending on how it's going in there. That would be quite an. I want to hear that now.
After he called you crazy as well.
Oh no, I'm still not putting it in front of drive, am I? I tell you what, though, I know people do put vibes in front of choruses, in front of drives, in order to get a sort of a Hendrixy sort of sound.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? Because Hendrix was running everything into a roaring amp, so you can almost certainly say that all of his pedals were pre a gain stage.
Why don't we say this? Why don't we say chorus into Univibe into drive, and then go and put your phaser on the other side in front of your other chorus and see what happens. Because you don't need the phaser and the Univibe in front of your drives, do you?
I don't know. Experiment. That's all I can put out there. I'd say experiment with it. If you like the sound of it, it ain't wrong.
Yeah, but we can't. Someone asks us a question, we can't say, "I'll go and experiment." That's just proper fobbing them off, isn't it?
I think you'll find that is exactly what that pedal show do, and they've got a few more viewers than us. So
maybe we care more.
Wow!
Ooh. Did he just go there?
Right, we're coming close to the hour. We haven't done any of the news, which is it's quite nice because I was worried we wouldn't have a lot of news. However, one of these newses are time sensitive, so I'd like to just throw it in here.
Yeah, sounds good.
If that's all right, and that'll be our last one. Right, so it kind of comes with an apology as well. Earlier on this week, in fact, it was kind of like Thursday, Friday-ish time.
We don't have to talk about the details so much, do we?
Well, I'm just saying, like, I posted up a post. It was on my Instagram story, which I'm a little bit not proud of. And it's not necessarily to do with the content as it is to do with the kind of the situation. So there was a company essentially spreading a little bit of hate this week. And
another company spreading a little bit of hate.
Yeah. I mean, it's like certain events of the past kind of months has really brought out some people's characteristics. And it's happened with another company. And I took the bait a little bit. And the kind of the hate and the spite and the malice behind these things are like fire. And all that you do when you react to that is you give oxygen to that fire. And it just, even if you think that it's the right thing to do to be standing up to that kind of thought process and that kind of that negativity, it's giving oxygen to that person, and it just makes that thing spread. And I'd like to apologise for being part of that, unfortunately. So I'm saying I don't necessarily regret the message that I convey with my post, but I apologise for being part of the negativity. However, Fender have done something awesome this week, and I'd like to shed light on that. I'd like to be a force for a bit of positivity rather than the negativity. So I'm doing this as a little bit of retribution, but also highlighting something cool that Fender have done. I say Fender, not just Fender. It's Fender with a singer-songwriter, a Norwegian singer-songwriter I'd never heard of, called Girling Red. They teamed up and they've done a Rainbow Finish Player Series Telecaster, which it looks pretty cool. But the proceeds for this, they are raffling it off, and the reason I wanted to mention that is because the raffle has not ended yet. It ends on the 2nd of August, so there is still time for you to throw. I think it's a £5 for the tickets, so like you could put a £5 down. All of the proceeds from this go to the Kaleidoscope Trust, which is an LGBTQ plus foundation. They support certain rights and support certain events based around the LGBTQ community. It's not something that I know vast details about, but I think it's really cool from Fender that they're doing almost the opposite of what some other companies are doing. They're being like digging their heels in the ground and doing that kind of negative space. I think it's really cool that Fender are kind of helping out a positive thing. And at the end of the day, it's a raffle for a £5. You could win yourself a Telecaster. So, well, hey, have you seen this telly, by the way?
I haven't. No. Let me have a look. See if I can bring up a picture. Excuse me. What did we say it was called?
It's the Rainbow. So it's a Player Series Rainbow Telecaster. It's for the Kaleidoscope Foundation. This is Lee. He is doing some Googling, motherfucking Googling.
Googling. Oh wow.
There you go. See, it's pretty nicely done, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd buy that. That looks awesome. Oh, my daughter would love that.
Yeah, to be fair, my missus thought it was really cool as well.
Yeah.
She's massive into the whole LGBTQ rights and very much being an ally for LGBTQ community. Cool. And she loves rainbows, so it was a win-win-win.
It's been looks like it's been painted by the Les from Norwegian who's done it. It's I was about to read off what colours it is, but then it's a rainbow, so you probably already know. And it looks unbelievable. So you've got your rainbows starting from the top of the guitar at the red, going to the purple at the bottom. Chosen really lovely shades of it as well. That purple is very similar to like the Danish peat purple, and you've got like a white scratch plate on it and the traditional lipstick humbucker at the neck, with an uncovered humbucker. Sorry, did I say humbucker? Pickup.
You did say humbucker.
Yeah.
So to save anyone else some googling, Nathan's put it in the chat over at PBOD. So
well done, Sunshine.
So he's posted up to the raffle itself. So if you do want to throw a £5 that way in hopes to win a Telecaster and just kind of show support to
yeah, and what a great way to say up yours to all these muppets that are coming out and saying all these stupid things about people they don't even know, than to give a £5 to a good cause.
Yeah, there's exactly that, isn't it? And I think that's a perfect place to end us for this week. We're just 15 minutes over the hour mark, but in terms of recording, we're probably just at the hour. That's lovely.
5 minutes just over the hour mark. Did you say 15?
Well, I've got on this clock here that it's 1:15, but that
Oh,
might
okay.
not be right.
Cool. Okay, right, yes. So, do you want to do the outro?
I do, yeah. I'll mention our Patreon peeps once again. So as little as $2 a month, you can be part of the Fret Talk crew. It is patreon.com/FretTalk. We've got Bimson, Mr. Andrew Bimson, who's been in the chat today. We've got Adam Yeomans of Chef Tone Effects. We've got Doug Christ of 37 Effects. We've got Joseph Richardson of on Instagram. I'll link him. I'll put him in the show notes because he's changed from everything Joseph recently, and I don't know.
We covered that. I think we've covered that over the last few weeks. I think people, hopefully, that if you don't know that already, then it's your fault for not listening to the other ones, and we will hunt you down.
Yes, okay, a bit extreme. We've got huge erection.
We do not own one penis.
We've got a joint huge erection.
Do you remember Bill and Ted? Bogus Journey, when you had the two aliens and they kind of rushed together and they made one bigger version of themselves.
I don't think we're going to try that with our penises, Lee. That sounds
huge erection.
Indeed, yeah, almost like Power Rangers, where they all morph together. Again, we're not gonna rub wieners, mate. We're not at that stage in our relationship. Who else have we got? We've got Mr. Fletcher, Ben Fletcher of Fletcher Pickups as well. I'm very sorry, Ben. Your company has just been dragged through the huge erection.
I've got an order in with Mr. Fletcher.
Have you?
Yes, but we'll talk about that at a later date.
Lovely. If you want to catch me online, it's BudgetPedalChap at Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. YouTube, you get the No Talk All Tone series every week. I'm considering some different videos to bring up as well. As I said, I might be doing a comparison video between some Boss pedals, and I might do like who wore it better, and do like the HX Stomps model versus the real thing, and see which who wore it better. Because that'd be cool. Lee, you are Tonepedia pretty much. You are doing loads of stuff with Tonepedia, loads of live streams and loads of behind the scenes stuff.
And thank them for supporting us on here and allowing us to helping us out to be able to stream to so many places.
Absolutely fantastic. Thank you guys. And you also you run a slightly smaller Facebook group. Some people might have heard of it. Pedalboards.
Yeah.
Pedabadadoo. There you go. Pedalboards of Doom. If you're watching the live stream, you are probably in that right now. You are in us.
Oh, God.
Dear. It's time to end the podcast.
Don't forget, do hang around if you are listening, because there will be a dodgy joke.
Yeah,
Not a dodgy joke. A dodgy dad joke. Like a shit joke, basically.
That's it. Oh, the one the one that's coming out tomorrow is a fantastic joke.
Is it?
It's a really good joke. Like, it's really bad, but it's really good because of it. So I think that's us for this week, isn't it? So that'll be it, really. Thank you for joining in. The chat was amazing this week, so thanks to you guys. High five. Thanks to the Patreon peeps for supporting the show, and thanks for listening. It's really nice that you listen to us. We do it for you. If we didn't have anyone listening, it would be pretty pointless. So thank you.
It would.
Thank
you very much, everyone.
Indeed. From myself, Mr. Budget Pedal Chap, that's me. From Mr. Lee Pedabadadoo, that's Lee. It will be a tatty bye. Good night for this week. Ta-ra a bit.
Bye, everyone. See you soon.
Goodbye, everybody.
told my wife she was drawing her eyebrows too high. She looked surprised.
Oh dear.